Good day, learner. How are you? I am Teacher Alex. Welcome to Exploratory Electricity. This day, you are going to perform measurements in electricity. Specifically, you will be dealing with linear measurements. Okay, before we proceed, let us see how much you know about the lesson. In your notebook, write the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. Which of the following is not a unit of length? A. Centimeter, B. Inch, C. Foot, and D. Liter. Number 2. The following units belong to the English system of measurement except A. Inch, B. Foot, C. Yard, and D. Meter. Number 3. Which of the following units is the smallest? A. Centimeter, B. Inch, C. Foot, and D. Meter. Number 4. Look at the mark in the inch ruler where the arrow is aligned. How many inches is it? A. 3.3 inches, B. 3.5 inches, C. 3.75 inches, and D. 33 inches. Number 5. Look at the mark where the arrow is aligned. How many centimeters is it? A. 1.5 centimeters, B. 15 centimeters, C. 150 centimeters, and D. 1,500 centimeters. Let us check your answers. Put a check mark if your answer is correct and X if it is not. Number 1, D. Number 2, D. Number 3, A. Number 4, C. And number 5, B. What is your score? If you got a score of 4 or 5, very good. 3 and below? Don't worry. We will learn more of that as we go through this lesson. Main instances in our daily life involve measurements. When you buy food, a weighing scale is used. When you run, the distance you cover is measured by your strides. Your height is also measured. Can you give more situations where measurement is involved? Of course, you can. Linear measurement is when you measure things in a straight line using tools such as a ruler, yardstick, or tape measure. The common units of measurement used in making electrical layout and installation of electrical materials are usually in metric or English units. First, we have the English system. The English system provides a creative way on how people can measure by themselves. For example, people measure shorter distance on the ground with their feet. They measure long distances by their palms, which is equal to a yard. The English units used in linear measurement are inch, foot, yard, and miles. This time, let us learn how to read an inch ruler. A ruler is made up of 12-inch marks. These are typically the numbered marks on the ruler and are denoted by the longest lines on the ruler. 1 foot is equivalent to 12 inches. Let's have an example. We measure the length of the duplex wire by aligning the 0 mark of the ruler to one end of the wire. The alignment of the other end of the wire on the foot rule is its measurement. The length of the wire is 7 inches. Example number 2. What is the length of the box in inches? Again, we align the 0 mark of the ruler to one end of the box. The alignment on the other end is its measurement. Therefore, the length of the box is 7 3/4 inches. How did we get it? Let us learn more about the inch graduation. Basically, each inch is broken down into 15 smaller marks, equaling to 16 marks in total for each inch on the ruler. One mark represents 1/16 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch is represented by the blue marks. Definitely, if we reduce 2/16, it becomes 1/8. So does 4/16, and so on. Divide into 4 parts and you will have 1/4 and 3/4 of an inch, until you will have half of an inch. Finally, these are the graduations of an inch. We have 1/16, 1/8, 3/16, 1/4, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, 1/2, and so on. The other system of unit used is the metric system, which is more common. The metric system is a decimalized system of measurement. It exists in several variations with different choices of base units. Metric units are widely used around the world for personal, commercial, and scientific purpose. The linear units in the metric system are millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter, and even kilometer. These are the metric units in each equivalent. 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. 10 centimeters is equal to 1 decimeter. And 10 decimeters is equal to 1 meter. Let us study further the metric ruler. A metric ruler is based on the international system of units, sometimes called the metric system, and is divided into either millimeters, centimeters instead of inches. Rulers are often 30 centimeters long, which are designated by large numbers on the ruler. The first graduation is a 0.5 millimeter graduation. Some rulers have only 10 marks in a centimeter. This means that a single mark represents a millimeter. Halfway through a centimeter is 5 mm or 5 millimeters or 0.5 centimeters. Finally, a centimeter is equivalent to 10 millimeters. Example: place the bottom of a crayon on the far left side of the ruler to measure it. Note where the tip falls. If the crayon ends directly on the long line next to the large number 14, your crayon is exactly 14 centimeters long. Another example: to measure 0.6 centimeters, count one thick line which is equivalent to 5 mm and one thin line which is equivalent to 1 mm and then add. Let us test how well you have understood the discussion about reading measuring instrument. Write the correct unit abbreviation of the following. Number 1. Inches. Number 2. Meter. Number 3. Decimeter. 4. Yard. And number 5. Millimeter. The correct answers are number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Okay, what is your score? Very good! To sum up what you have learned, do the following activity. Identify the two systems that are used in linear measurements and the standard unit of each system. Write your answers in the box provided below. Are you done? Let us check your answers. In the metric system, we have millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter, and kilometer. In the English system, we have inches, foot, yard, and miles. Number 2, if you measure a piece of paper and it ends on the 7th mark between the 24 and 25 centimeters mark, it means your object is blank centimeters long. How many inches is it? The answers are 24.5 centimeters and 9.65 inches. What is your score? Congratulations! You are done with this lesson. You are ready for the next session. Goodbye!